day. This is week 5 of grade 4 math, quarter 4. From the previous module, you learned how to find the volume of a rectangular prism. This time, you will learn how to solve word problems involving the volume of a rectangular prism. Once again, this is Teacher Miriam, your guide throughout this lesson. Welcome and have fun!
At the end of this video, you are expected to solve routine and non-routine problems involving the volume of a rectangular prism.
Oh, hi there! I'm going to make a big cube of ice. Come on in and join me. I have here some water and a pan in the shape of a rectangle. I need to pour this water into this pan. Let's pour it. Ooh, nice and slow. That's it. But I was just wondering, what do you think is the volume of this container if it measures 33 centimeters long, 24 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters tall? To find out, let's answer the following questions.
Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. What is asked in the problem? A. The height of the container. B. The volume of water. C. The volume of the rectangular container. D. The amount of water needed to fill the container. Number 2. What are the given facts in the problem? A. B. C. Or D? Number 3. What is the formula to be used? A. Volume is equal to length times width divided by height. B. Volume is equal to length plus width times height. C. Volume is equal to length times width times height. Or D. Volume is equal to length times width minus height. What is the number sentence? A. Volume is equal to 33 meters times 24 meters times 5 meters. B. Volume is equal to 33 centimeters times 24 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Or C. Volume is equal to 33 centimeters times 24 centimeters plus 5 centimeters. Or D. Volume is equal to 33 centimeters plus 24 centimeters divided by 5 centimeters. Number 5. What is the final answer? A. The volume of the rectangular container is 396 cubic centimeters. B. The volume of the water is 3,960 cubic meters. Letter C. The volume of the rectangular container is 3,960 cubic centimeters. Or D. The rectangular container needs 3,960 cups of water. Please pause the video. Go back to the questions and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done.
The pan is already in the fridge. After several hours, we'll be expecting a big cube of ice. Well, were you able to find the volume? Let's see. Check your answers. Count your score, then write it on your paper.
Here are the answers for numbers 1 to 5. For number 1, it's letter C. For number 2, the given facts are letter A. Number 3, the formula to be used is letter C. Number 4, the number sentence is letter B. For the last number, the final answer is letter C. Here's another problem for you to solve. A wooden block of 10 centimeters long, 6 centimeters wide, and 3 centimeters high is placed inside a 2 centimeter thick box. Find the volume of the block. To find the answer, let's answer these questions. Number 6. What are you going to find out in the problem? A. The volume of the box. B. The dimensions of the box. C. The volume of the wooden block. Or D. None of the above. Number 7. What could be an appropriate strategy to solve the problem? A. Draw an illustration. B. Follow the 4-step plan. C. Guess and check. Or D. Make a pattern. Number 8. Which solution is correct? A. B. C. Or D. Please pause the video. Go back to the questions and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done.
Let's see your answers again. Check your paper, then write your score.
Here are the answers to the questions. Number 6, the answer is letter C, the volume of the wooden block. For number 7, an appropriate strategy could be is to draw an illustration, letter A. For number 8, the solution is letter C. Very good. Read and solve. Number 9. A rectangular box has a length of 45 centimeters, a width of 25 centimeters, and a height of 10 centimeters. Find the volume of the box. For number 10, a wooden plank is 360 centimeters long, 40 centimeters wide, and 2 centimeters thick. Find the volume of the plank if its length is reduced by 240 centimeters. Again, please pause the video. Go back to the questions and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. Now please compare your solutions to these ones. For number 9, we follow the formula volume is equal to length times width times height. 45 centimeters times 25 centimeters times 10 centimeters. Volume is equal to 11,250 cubic centimeters. For number 10, we follow the same formula. Volume is equal to length times width times height. First, we get the difference of 360 centimeters and 240 centimeters. Then multiply it by 40 centimeters, then by 2 centimeters. The difference, 120 centimeters, times 40 centimeters times 2 centimeters. The volume now is 9,600 cubic centimeters.
So how is it? Did you have the same answers from items 1 to 10? Good start! If you have wrong answers, that's okay. We're just starting anyway. This is only the first part, so you need to watch and listen well. Ta-da! Before we continue further, let's review what was discussed in the previous lesson. It was all about finding the volume of rectangular prisms. What's volume, by the way? Volume is the amount of space that a substance or object occupies, or that is enclosed within a container, especially when great.
You can find the volume of a rectangular prism by using the formula V is equal to L times W times H, where L stands for length, W stands for width, and H stands for height. Let's try to find the volume of the objects below. Number 1, a box of popcorn, and number 2, a shoebox. If we are going to find the volume of the first object, it will be like this. Volume is equal to length times width times height, where length is equal to 20 centimeters, width is equal to 12 centimeters, and height is equal to 30 centimeters. We get the product, and that will be volume is equal to 7,200 cubic centimeters. For the shoebox, following the same formula, volume is equal to length times width times height, where length is equal to 40 centimeters, width is equal to 10 centimeters, and height is equal to 22 centimeters. We get the product, and that will be volume is equal to 8,800 cubic centimeters.
It means that the space occupied by the popcorn is 7,200 cubic centimeters, and the space inside the shoebox is 8,800 cubic centimeters. Finding the volume of an object can help us determine the amount required to fill that object, like the amount of water needed to fill a bottle, an aquarium, or a water tank. Remember, the unit used in measuring volume is cubic units, like cubic centimeter, cubic meter, and the like. What about rectangular prisms? Rectangular prisms are the most commonly used prisms in real life, especially in packaging, from milk boxes to cartons and parcels delivered by mail.
Here is an example of a rectangular prism, and its properties are: a rectangular prism has 8 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It has also 12 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And it has also 6 rectangular faces. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's consider this rectangular prism with the length, width, and height marked. Since all the faces of a rectangular prism are rectangles and opposite faces are equal, the surface area of a rectangular prism can be calculated using the following formula. Surface area is equal to the product of width times length plus the product of length times height plus the product of width times height multiplied by 2. Volume of a rectangular prism is simply obtained by multiplying all three dimensions: length, height, and width. Or, simply put, volume is equal to length times width times height. Have you ever heard of the term 3D? I guess you already know where it's from.
Now let's see what I prepared for everyone in the house. Ta-da! What are these? These are boiled kamote, or tuki in our dialect. And its most irresistible partner, brewed coffee, or in our locality, it's called barako. These would definitely make them so happy. What about you? What does your mother, father, sister, or brother prepare for your snacks? Where do you put them? Are your snacks and lunch healthy? Let's see what Agtoy's mother did to make him happy. Let's read this problem.
Agtoy helps his mother prepare his lunch for school. He puts them in a lunchbox, which is 20 centimeters long, 15 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters tall. What is the volume of the lunchbox?
The problem is an example of a routine problem because we experience this in real life. You encounter many situations of this kind in your daily life. To solve the problem, we use the 4-step plan.
The first step is to understand. You should know what is asked in the problem. The problem is asking for the volume of the lunchbox. Number 2, you should know the given facts. The length of the lunchbox is 20 centimeters. The width is 15 centimeters and its height is 10 centimeters. The next step is for you to plan. You should determine the operation or formula to be used. The operation or formula that we should use in the problem is multiplication, wherein we multiply the length, the width, and the height to get the volume. Third step is for you to solve. Solve using the formula, which is volume is equal to length times width times height, where length is equal to 20 centimeters, Width is equal to 15 centimeters and height is equal to 10 centimeters. The volume is 300 times 10 is equal to 3,000 cubic centimeters. Last step is for you to check and look back. You should check your answer and state the final answer. The volume of the lunchbox is 3,000 cubic centimeters. You can also use a calculator to check.
That is solving routine problems. How about solving non-routine problems? Let me show you an example.
Study this problem. A loaf of banana bread, which is 40 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters, is cut into 3 slices. 1, 2, 3, each in the shape of a rectangular prism. The end slices are each 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters. What is the volume of the middle slice? An illustration would help solve this problem. We need to find the dimensions of the middle slice, the length, the width, and height. In this illustration, the width and height are already given. We just need to find the length of the middle slice. How? We add the length of the 2 end slices, which are 10 and 10. Then, subtract the sum from the total length of the loaf, which is 40 centimeters. 10 plus 10 is 20. Subtracted from 40 is 20 centimeters. The length of the middle slice is 20 centimeters. We are now ready to find the volume of the middle slice. Thus, the middle slice has these dimensions: 20 by 15 by 15. So, the formula, volume is equal to length times width times height, where length is equal to 20 centimeters times 15 centimeters times 15 centimeters. The product, 4,500 cubic centimeters. So, the volume of the middle slice is 4,500 cubic centimeters.
It's now time to apply what was just discussed. Are you ready to solve word problems? Let's go!
Non-routine problem solving develops your reasoning power. You may use any of these strategies: listing, creating a table, guess and check, drawing, making diagrams, finding patterns, etc. Here's for our first activity. Read the problem. A rectangular swimming pool, 8 meters long, 5 meters wide, and 2 meters deep, is to be filled with water. How much water is needed to completely fill the swimming pool? What type of a problem is this? This is a routine problem because it applies in real life. Alright, let's fill in the blanks. Number 1. What is asked? Number 2. What are the given facts? Number 3. What is the operation or formula to be used? Number 4. Show your solutions. And number 5, what is the final answer? Please pause the video. Go back to the questions and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. It's time to check your answers. Number 1. What is asked? The amount of water needed to completely fill the swimming pool. Number 2. What are the given facts? Length is equal to 8 meters, width is equal to 5 meters, and height is equal to 2 meters. For number 3, what operation or formula should be used? Volume is equal to length times width times height. For the solutions, volume is equal to 8 meters times 5 meters times 2 meters. The product is 80 cubic meters for the volume. What is the final answer? 80 cubic meters is needed to completely fill the swimming pool. For our second activity, read the problem. Complete the illustration and solutions by filling in the blanks. A lunchbox 20 centimeters long, 10 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters tall is divided into 2 parts, 1 part for viand and 1 part for rice. If the part for viand is 8 centimeters times 10 centimeters times 5 centimeters, what is the volume of the part for rice? Here are the illustrations and solutions that you need to fill in. The problem asks for the volume of the part for rice. In this illustration, to get the length of the part for rice, we subtract 20 centimeters, which is the total length of the lunchbox, minus 8 centimeters, which is the part for viand. Thus, we get the length of 12 centimeters for the part for rice. Width is equal to 10 centimeters. Height is unknown. This is for the part for rice. The volume for the part for rice is equal to length times width times height. Volume is equal to 12 centimeters times 10 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Volume is equal to 600 blank. The answer, the volume of the part for rice is... Again, you may pause the video, go back to the questions, and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. Here are the answers. Length is 12 centimeters. Width is equal to 10 centimeters. The height is 5 centimeters. Volume for part for rice. Length times width times height. Volume is equal to 12 centimeters times 10 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Volume is equal to 600 cubic centimeters. Final answer, the volume of the part for rice is 600 cubic centimeters. Here's for Activity 3. Read and understand each problem. Write the equation and the final answer on your answer sheet. The first one is done for you. Number 1. Victor made a rectangular prism out of used cardboards for his project. If the prism is 6 centimeters long, 25 centimeters tall, and 5 centimeters wide, find the volume of the rectangular prism. The equation is volume is equal to 6 centimeters times 5 centimeters times 25 centimeters. The final answer, the volume of the rectangular prism is 750 cubic centimeters. Now it's your turn. For number 2, how much water would fill up a concrete fish pond which is 5 meters long, 4 meters wide, and 2 meters deep? Write the equation and your final answer. For number 3, if a dictionary measures 20 centimeters long, 27 centimeters wide, and 6 centimeters thick, what is its volume? Write the equation and the final answer. Number 4. A rectangular pan measuring 31 centimeters times 25 centimeters times 6 centimeters is half filled with chiffon cake mixture. How much chiffon cake mixture is in the pan? Write your equation and your final answer. Once again, pause the video, go back to the questions, and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. Are you ready for the answers? Here's the answer for number 2. How much water would fill up a concrete fish pond which is 5 meters long, 4 meters wide, and 2 meters deep? The equation is volume is equal to 5 meters times 4 meters times 2 meters. The final answer is 40 cubic meters of water is needed to fill up the concrete fish pond. For number 3, if a dictionary measures 20 centimeters long, 27 centimeters wide, and 6 centimeters thick, what is its volume? For its equation, volume is equal to 20 centimeters times 27 centimeters times 6 centimeters. The final answer is, the volume of the dictionary is 3,240 cubic centimeters. For number 4, a rectangular pan measuring 31 centimeters times 25 centimeters times 6 centimeters is half filled with chiffon cake mixture. How much chiffon cake mixture is in the pan? The equation goes this way. Volume is equal to 31 centimeters times 25 centimeters times 6 centimeters divided by 2. Why? Because the pan is half filled. So the final answer is, the amount of chiffon cake in the pan is 2,325 cubic centimeters. So how do you solve routine and non-routine word problems involving the volume of a rectangular prism? To solve routine problems involving the volume of a rectangular prism, you may follow these steps. First, understand. You should know what is asked and know the given facts. Next, plan. Determine the operation or formula to use. Then, solve. Substitute the correct values in the formula. Lastly, check and look back. Write the correct answer. Non-routine problems can be solved using different strategies such as drawing a picture, guess and check, making a pattern, using number line, and or making a table.
After all the examples and practice activities you've done, let's see what you can do now. For activity A, solve each problem. Answer the following questions and write your answers in your answer sheets.
Here's the first problem. Mother and I prepared a fruit salad for a weekend family gathering. If the fruit salad completely filled a rectangular container that was 40 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters high, how much fruit salad was there? A. What is asked? B. What are given? C. What is the formula to be used? D. What is the solution? E. State the final answer. For the second problem, Stephen helps his father in making a wooden cabinet with 3 identical drawers. Each drawer is 50 centimeters long, 30 centimeters wide, and 15 centimeters high. What is the total volume of the 3 drawers? Answer these questions. A. What is asked? B. What is the solution? C. State the final answer. Again, please pause the video. You may go back to the questions and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. Are you ready for the answers? For letter A, what is asked? Letter B, what are given? The amount of fruit salad in the container. The given facts are length is equal to 40 centimeters, width is equal to 25 centimeters, and height is equal to 10 centimeters. For letter C, what is the formula to be used? And what is the solution? Volume is equal to length times width times height. Volume is equal to length times width times height. 40 times 25 times 10. The product is 10,000 cubic centimeters. For the final answer, 10,000 cubic centimeters of fruit salad was in the pan. And here are the answers for the second problem. What is asked? The volume of the 3 drawers. For the solution, volume is times height times 13 times 3. Why multiply by 3? Because we are looking for the volume of the 3 drawers. 50 by 30 by 15 is only for 1 drawer. So if we get the product, the answer will be 22,500 cubic centimeters. We multiply it by 3 to get the total volume of the 3 drawers. So that will be 67,500 cubic centimeters. Now for the final answer, the volume of the 3 drawers is 67,500 cubic centimeters. Let's see what you will do with letter B problems. Show your solutions and your illustrations in your answer sheets. First problem, Jennifer bakes a 3-layered rectangular cake. The first layer measures 50 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters high. The second is 10 centimeters shorter than the first. The third is 10 centimeters shorter than the second. Each layer has the same width and height. What is the volume of the third layer of the cake? Do you play with Rubik's Cube? For number 2 problem, the edge of a Rubik's Cube is 5 centimeters long. What is the total volume of 3 of these Rubik's Cubes placed side by side? Again, please pause the video, go back to the questions, and finish answering. Proceed only when you're done. Here's an illustration of Jennifer's 3-layered rectangular cake. The first layer measures 50 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters high. The second layer is 10 centimeters shorter than the first. The third is 10 centimeters shorter than the second. Each layer has the same width and height. What is the volume of the third layer of the cake? In order to find the volume of the third layer of the cake, yes, we follow the formula. Length times width times height. In this problem, the length of the third layer is not given. Width is equal to 25 centimeters. Height is 5 centimeters. To complete the formula, we need to solve for the length. We subtract 10 plus 10 from 50 because the third layer is 20 centimeters shorter than the first layer. So 50 minus 20 is equal to 30 centimeters. We can now solve for the volume of the third layer of the cake. Length times width times height. 30 times 25 times 5. So the volume of the third layer of the cake is 3,750 cubic centimeters. So, how is it? Did you get the correct answer? What about problem number 2? In this illustration, only one side of the Rubik's Cube is given. Why is that? That is because all sides of the Rubik's Cube are equal. So if one side is 5 centimeters, that means all sides also measure 5 centimeters. In order to get the total volume of the 3 Rubik's Cube, we get the volume of the first Rubik's Cube, applying the same formula, length times width times height, which is 5 times 5 times 5. The volume of the first Rubik's Cube is 125 cubic centimeters. Since all 3 Rubik's Cube have the same size, the volume of the first Rubik's Cube is equivalent to the volume of the second and third Rubik's Cube. Therefore, to get the total volume of the 3 Rubik's Cube, we add the volume of the first, second, and third Rubik's Cube, which is 125 plus 125 plus 125. So the total volume is 375 cubic centimeters.
This is it. You have reached the end of this lesson. It's now time for us to take a break. Ta-da! I'm home. I really appreciate your patience and willingness to learn. This is Teacher Miriam, leaving you for the meantime, and I hope to see you in the next videos. So long and God bless.